Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for December 2022, if you can believe it, Pisces. We're just going to jump right in here. And in your current general energies, you have this card that says the horse on it, and it says modest fortitude on it. And so I kind of feel like this has to do with the Mars retrograde energy. Mars retrograde, it's kind of like one of those things where we don't really want to push forward too hard on any projects, but if things are flowing and moving, then we should definitely be working on those things. So it's kind of like, we have to pay attention to our energy, and that's what I feel like that horse card is talking about. I feel like it's saying kind of like, don't force yourself to do anything, but the things that are working in your life, obviously, keep doing those things and keep moving in that direction. So let's see here what is going on for you here, Pisces. And yeah, I really do get that energy here on this horse card that it's like saying, don't like force things to happen, be more in this go with the flow energy. You have the King of Swords twice in this reading, actually. This deck has a male and a female version of the King of Swords. So you have the King of Swords here and King of Swords here. I just leave it in the deck because that's how the deck was created. But, what I would say is, I feel that, education or educating yourself this month would be a great thing for you to do, but I do see a lot of success coming in for you this month. You have the King of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Swords here. I feel like you're overthinking something right here as well. So Eight of Swords is like a card of self-imposed restriction. It's a card of being stuck. Normally it's the lady who's stuck in the Eight Swords. The story of the Eight of Swords is that normally she's standing in a shallow pool of water, and you can see there is a little bit of water below this bird cage right here that this angel is in. And the water is meant to look shallow, right? It's meant to look like shallow water, and it represents shallow emotions. And it doesn't say that you are shallow, Pisces. It says that something, you could be making a bigger deal out of something than it actually is. King of Cups. King of Cups is a good card, but he's normally kind of like sitting in the middle of the ocean, and it represents deep emotions, and the water is choppy in the ocean as well. So, it kind of represents choppy waters. And he doesn't really care, though. Like, traditionally, on a traditional King of Cups, he doesn't really care what's going on around him. He's perfectly fine being in the choppy waters. And you have the King of Swords here, which gives me like a little bit of overthinking energy. It's almost like some of you could be overthinking something you already know the answer to because of experience. King of Swords has a lot of experience. How crazy is this? I didn't even see this. On the bottom of your clarification deck, you have the King of Swords. So it really says to me that it's like you already have experience in something or with something in your life, and I feel like you need to trust your experience, this is beyond intuition. I feel like intuition is part of that, by the way. I feel like you need to trust your intuition, your knowledge, your wisdom, and your experience in some sort of situation. Let's see where this is going. I feel you're very, very focused on work, but again, I would be focusing on what works. I know that I just repeated myself, but basically I would be focusing on exactly what works. With the King of Cups, you have the World here. Some of you could be thinking about traveling or moving with the World card. You have the Eight of Wands right next to it. Definitely an energy of traveling or moving. This is a card of accomplishments, and intuitively, I feel like you want some sort of accomplishment with that King of Cups. I feel that there's like some sort of accomplishment that would make you feel very secure and safe and protected. This is like what you are looking towards. And what's really interesting, Pisces, is you go from here to the Star to the Ten of Pentacles, which, I really believe pretty much everyone is trying to build their Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire to have in your life. So you're really trying to build this right here in your life. And I feel like you're getting closer and closer. But with the King of Swords, you have the Lovers here. Definitely could have to do with love. Like, you could be overthinking a love situation, although at the end you have marriage, so wouldn't even worry about it. Some of you could see marriage as a burden. It's kind of conflicting energy that I get at the end there, where it's like maybe you're thinking about marriage, or you want to get married, or you want a person in your life. Even if you don't want to get married, maybe you just want a person in your life. But there's like conflicting energy that I get from that row. The other thing is that, even if you even if you do want marriage, but if you don't want marriage, you have the Ten of Pentacles. You know, Ten of Pentacles to me is a card of commitment. And this last row, without jumping ahead too quickly here, but I feel like it's connected to this King of Swords. That's why I'm saying it. You know, could have to do with committing to something, like committing to a business or a job or a career. And there could be some fears around that, I feel. And I do feel that's attached to the Lovers as well. The Lovers has to do with our morals and our ethics. It has to do with the things that we believe as well. It can also say that you're at a crossroads. So I do feel like you have some decisions to make. But, you know, honestly, I feel like you've already made a decision, Pisces. And I feel like you need to stick to your decisions here this month. You know, whatever decision you've made. This could be a decision you made in the past as well. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, a card of planting seeds. I love the Six of Pentacles. To me, this is like, you know, I know you have the World here and stuff, but to me, this is really the first good card you have in this first row. Not that the Lovers, again, in the World are bad. I just, you know, I feel a little bit of resistance there. Six of Pentacles, I feel positive about. I feel like you're moving in the right direction. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this full moon in Pisces. It says forgive on it. So I feel for some of you, you need to forgive the past. For others, I feel like you need to forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself is going to allow you to take the lead in some area of your life is what this is saying. Can we get more detail? Yeah, look at this. You have this last quarter moon in Capricorn. It says leave the past behind. So some of you, this could be like a past situation. Maybe you need to forgive a past person. It's not even worth mentioning, honestly, because you have the Eight of Wands, which is moving forward very quickly, and you have the Star card, which is healing. Two of Wands, maybe a little bit stuck to the past for some of you, but, you know, I feel like you're ready to move out into the world. I feel like for some of you, definitely disappointed, though, in, like, how something worked out. Eight of Wands, Devil to the Five of Cups. There could have been some disappointments due to, you know, toxic behavior, lying, cheating, stealing. You know, could have been anything with the Devil. Could have been addictions as well. I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently, but I feel like if you were dealing, you know, if this is talking about a past person, I feel like a past person had a lot of secrets, Pisces, or they just, you know, I feel like they kept a lot hidden. And for some of you, I feel like you maybe found some information out because of the King of Swords. So some of you might know more than this past person thinks, but for others, I feel this is more like, you kind of like progressing. I'm not even really worried about this because, again, you have the Eight of Wands, Star, and the Two of Wands. This Two of Wands tells me that some of you maybe are still a little bit connected to the past. And it doesn't matter if it's love or something different, right? It's like we can be connected to a job idea or, you know, something that we think we want to accomplish. The story of the Two of Wands is that, you know, he normally has that wand behind him, and that wand stands on its own. And then he's reaching forward and he's grabbing the other wand in front of him and he's got the whole world in his hands. Remember, it's kind of interesting that I said that I don't feel bad about the World card in your first row, but I just feel like it could be better or something, or there's more here. I can't really pick up on the energy just yet, but I feel like you have the whole world in your hands and you need to realize it. Part of this, I feel, has to do with forgiveness. I feel like that's what you need to know right now is that you have to forgive a past situation so that you can truly have the whole world in your hands. It's almost like as if this was a person or some other type of situation that you're leaving behind. It's like that situation was at one level. I feel like by grabbing onto the world and getting out into the world and doing something new, you're going to like a much higher level is what this is saying to me. So don't stay stuck. You have the Star. Star is, of course, a card of healing. It's a card of hope, faith, and renewal as well. But I feel like something is giving you hope with this Star card. Again, it's like kind of funny because I don't feel like explosive, like amazing things happening in your life this month. I feel like little like encouraging things, happy little moments, right? So I kind of feel like there could be a bunch of like little tiny happy good things that happen to you this month, but I feel like it feels very encouraging. It's kind of interesting as well because just looking at this Horse card, it says modest on it, you know? So I feel like there are these like little modest boosts that are happening for you, but between like now and next March, like I feel for months, you're going to be feeling more and more and more motivated to accomplish the Star. The Star is your North Star. It is like something much bigger than you that you want to accomplish. And as I've been saying for months now, if I were a Pisces, which I am, I would be very focused on something bigger, something that, you know, could be like a lifelong project. You have the Ten of Pentacles, building and leaving a legacy. So it could be something very important. I feel like you're going to start moving forward very quickly towards it. You have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success. quick movement. It's also an amazing card for socializing. Wouldn't really surprise me just looking at the astrology in general. If you were becoming more social as we move through the end of this year, then into next year and stuff, like it wouldn't surprise me if you were just kind of like socializing more, spending more time with people you care about, like all that other good stuff. I also do feel there could be some communication coming in here. It could be from the past, and again, with that Devil and the Five of Cups, I mean, I would just be careful there, Pisces, with that energy is what I'd say to you. For some of you, this has already happened. So, I don't know. You can't do much about it if it's already happened, right? Yeah, look at this. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords, someone rushing back in. I would be careful of any rushing energy here. Maybe you need to block a person. I feel like I said this to you last week as well. Could be, it could be anything, but, I would just be careful. I wouldn't rush to make decisions with this energy either. I would definitely take your time. Especially with Mars retrograde. And I would make sure that you're entering into situations that flow, any type of situation, doesn't matter what it is. With the Star, you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, see, there is like a commitment coming in for you in the future. For some of you, I feel like this is saying you're rushing back to the past because you feel like you're not going to find another person. But clearly, you will. There's 8 billion people on Earth now. So, there's definitely a person for you. And I wouldn't really worry about it. This could also be you committing to an idea. And again, it's like you're leaving something behind with that Two Wands. Four Wands traditionally is like the Four Wands. There's people celebrating on the other side of the Four Wands, and you have to cross through a threshold. You have to cross through some sort of portal to get to the other side. And this reading is definitely saying to me that you're leveling up here in a big way. And, I feel like next year you might, so a lot of you, by the time you get to I don't know, like the middle of next year, I think you won't even be doing what you're doing right now, and you might be saying, oh, no, I'm going to be doing what I'm doing right now forever. This could be in work, business, career, Pisces. I feel like you're going to be making a major change or totally leveling up, but you have to go through some sort of process here. With the Two Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You have everything you need. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness, and it is also a card of success. So I do feel that there could be a lot of success coming in for you. I would pay attention to your resources. As I've said to everyone, I wouldn't be, don't go, crazy spending money here at the end of the year. I feel for a while, we're going to be seeing, crazy financial stuff, just is what it is. So I would just keep your head on straight, and I would pay very close attention. As I always say, Knight of Swords is also my card that says no get-rich-quick schemes, no, next big crypto coin either with the Knight of Swords because, Uranus and Taurus doesn't really want us to get rich quick. And I always say this, right? Because it's like, why do you think there was that crypto collapse? Uranus and Taurus, because it was like greedy and there was no quality there and all this other stuff. We're just going to see more of this. So I'm not saying don't invest money. What I am saying is pay very close attention, do your research, be very careful of any overblown expectations. But this goes for everything in your life right now. It's like I would be careful. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Next, we're going to look at, I'm doing something new. We're going to look at the signs you need to pay attention to this month for anything. And you have this co-create card. I feel that the major sign that you need to pay attention to in all areas of your life this month is kind of equal give and take. When you enter into a situation, what are you getting? I feel like you have a history here, Pisces, is what I feel like saying. And this is not just in love. This is for all your relationships. And you are a Pisces, so it makes sense. But I feel like you have a history of maybe overgiving to situations. I also feel like someone out there, or multiple of you, have a history of entering into situations where you just get absolutely nothing from it, but you stay anyway. So I feel like this is encouraging you to make sure that you pay attention to signs. I also feel like you've learned to listen to the beginning of something, whether it's a new relationship, whether you're getting into a new job or you're going on a job interview. I feel like you've learned over the years, especially with the King of Swords twice, you've gained a lot of wisdom, you've gained a lot of knowledge. I feel like you've learned that there are certain things you listen to that you hear from people where you're like, oh my God, they're telling me exactly what's going to happen, in a relationship or in a business. I always find, I always say that every single relationship I've ever been in, the person told me exactly what was going to happen right at the beginning. Really, it's like I can't even get mad about at any of my past relationships because it's like they told me exactly what was going to happen at the beginning of the relationship. I just chose not to listen, right? And as I always say, by the way, it's like I encourage people just to get into relationships anyway. I think we should make these mistakes, and it's like you never know. Sometimes people do change. So even if people tell you, oh, maybe they don't directly say, oh, I'm going to leave you after 6 months, but maybe their actions show you that's what's going to happen. What I would say is people change and situations change. I think we should go through experiences and see what happens. But again, at the same time, I feel One of the major signs you need to pay attention to is kind of like the words that people say up front, and including in business or work as well. It's like maybe you have a history of working with people who are super lazy or who don't follow up. I feel like you need to pay attention to those things. It's like, I'll just tell you a story. Like, I hired a few people this year. I've been through a few people this year, right? Looking for help. And it's like every single one, it was exactly the same. It's like I knew at the beginning, but I didn't want to judge people, right? And it's like I pretty much knew for like on the first two, it's like they wouldn't get back to me quickly, and I'm pretty reasonable as far as that's concerned as well. But they were like taking forever. They weren't getting back to me and all this other stuff. I wish I trusted it, right? On all three of them. So trust that, Pisces, is what I'm trying to say. So in this row, Pisces, you have the High Priestess, the Devil, and the Ten of Pentacles. Obviously, one of the signs that you need to pay attention to is your intuition. I feel like you need to pay attention to like the things that you know to be true as well. Those are literally the words that are popping into my head. I also feel this isn't really a sign, but I am getting here that if you feel like there are moments where you need to like meditate or where you need to separate from the world or whatever, I would definitely take advantage of those moments. I would also pay attention to, here's kind of what's popping into my head is that she has 3 levels to the moon on her crown, and it kind of, or 3 stages of the moon, and it represents the fact that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of all situations that she enters into. Really, she's creating it with her mind. She's creating it. She's not like intuiting it. She is creating it as she wants it to be. So she's kind of using the law of attraction to do that. But I do feel like there could be some intuitions that you're getting where it's like you're seeing the beginning, middle, and end, and I would pay attention to those signs and symbols. You have the Devil. Kind of interesting. Number one, I would be very careful of anyone toxic, like returning to your life here, obviously. But number two, I am getting that you need to pay attention to kind of like 2 differences in energy. There's normally 2 people with animal horns on this card. Kind of represents like baser instincts or animal instincts, right? And so I feel like you need to be careful or pay attention to the energy that people are coming at you with. There's some sort of difference here, Pisces, that's popping into my head, especially in love. It's like maybe some people come at you in a highly charged, intimate energy, let's put it that way, right? And maybe other people are a little bit more reserved. And there's a difference as far as love is concerned between those 2 energies for you. And maybe that's what you're noticing. It's like maybe the people that try to rush you right into the bedroom are not good. Maybe the people that are more patient are good, or vice versa. I don't know. I'm not here to judge, right? It's different for all of us. So I would just pay attention to that with the Devil energy. I would also pay attention to kind of like any signs and symbols that you have that are ideas. Like if you have an idea about something and if you feel energy building inside of you, I literally feel that's the Devil saying, hey, you should probably work on this. The Devil is not a bad card. It can represent Saturn. And it can just say that maybe, kind of what I'm feeling for you is that you could be having these moments where you feel very kind of like beyond, it's not even excitement. I feel like it's just like this energy building where you almost feel itchy, like you're itching to take action on something. I would move in those directions. Next, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So again, a lot of you could be building or leaving a legacy. That's definitely a major focus for you, Pisces. But I also feel this is saying pay attention to financial opportunities. I do feel there could be like a big financial opportunity coming in for you at this time. What I would say is that I feel like there are signs and symbols coming in. Remember what I was saying about like the drips or something at the beginning of the reading where it's almost like maybe there aren't these like big mind-blowing moments at this time, but I feel like there's like little moments of happiness, success, where it's like something really good happens. It might be small, and I feel like this Ten of Pentacles is where I'm getting that energy. It's kind of like saying pay attention to these little moments. They're almost like breadcrumbs in a good way. They're leading you to something much, much bigger. But it's almost as if this reading is saying you need to pay attention to those moments, because if you just run right by them, you have the 2 wands here. 2 wands, the story of the 2 wands is that guy on the 2 wands, he rushed past the finish line. He didn't enjoy the process. He kind of missed all the things, like that movie Click with Adam Sandler, right? So he missed all the good stuff. And, I kind of feel that on the Ten of Pentacles. With the High Priestess, you have the 9 of Pentacles. There's definitely a financial opportunity for you. Again, I feel like it's partially intuitive. You are going to see the beginning, middle, and end of something before it happens. Definitely feel like you need to pay attention to your dreams for sure at this time. But I feel for a lot of you that this could have to do with like seeing a financial opportunity or, getting a new financial opportunity here. So I really feel you need to pay attention to that with this energy. I feel your focus is very important as well. Again, not really a sign or a symbol for you right now, but between the Nine of Pentacles and the Devil, I feel there's something here about something stealing your focus, right? And this could be like a person, or it could be toxic situations. It could just be like a toxic trait. I'm not calling you toxic, obviously, Pisces, but I don't know. We all do this. We're Pisces, right? I have shiny ball syndrome. I like see a squirrel outside and that's it. My day's over, right? So what I'd say here is there's like something that steals your focus. I feel like you need to just change your focus over here to, what you want in life. With the Devil, you have the Nine of Wands, definitely putting boundaries up against toxic energy. I would also, again, I feel like that you have a lot of ideas. Like, let's say that you're looking for a sign that you're moving in the right direction in work or business or career. I feel not only are you kind of like itching to do something, but I feel like the amount of ideas that you get, as to how you can execute or move forward on the idea, it's like a lot. And I also feel that's like a sign that that's the right direction to move in. And with the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Love it. Definitely something financial going on for you here. I also feel like there's something that you like want, that excites you, that you want to learn about, that could be where you kind of have to like educate yourself. I would definitely be moving in those directions as well. I'm also getting here that if you're looking for love, again, this is what I'd be paying attention to. Ten of Pentacles, someone who wants to build or leave a legacy. So it's like there could be a person approaching you. Could be a Capricorn coming in for you here. Could be an air sign as well, or a water sign. You have water here. Could be an Aquarius. But, what I would say here is if you're looking for love, I feel like what stands out to me is like this person is legitimately putting in the work. Like, I think it's very, very obvious that you're not having to second guess yourself here. Next, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, the unexpected. You have this marriage card. Obviously, if you're not married now, you probably aren't getting married in December, like right now. But, I guess it's possible. But what I would say is I do feel that there could be an unexpected commitment coming in for you. Could be love. For some of you, I feel it's more like a contract or something in business. And I do feel it's very good. I feel like you need to put your negotiation hat on here, Pisces. I feel like you have a lot more power in a situation than you realize as well, especially in business. If someone's coming at you and they are trying to get you to do something, I'm getting something here about needing to make sure you don't give your power away, but I feel like it's like, don't give your business away here. I feel like you need to maintain control. It's almost as if there could be a good opportunity coming in your business, but it's like maybe the person wants too much control over what you're doing. I would just say no. I wouldn't allow it, is what I'm getting here. So definitely something I'd pay attention to. You have the King of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Cups here. See, I feel like you need to see this King of Swords right here if you want love. This could definitely be new love. Definitely could be someone older than you as well. If not, I think that what's like a little bit unexpected is just how mature this person is. So it could even be a person who's younger than you, Pisces, but I feel like this person is just extremely mature, way more mature than anything you've ever had in the past. So, this person clearly has a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. You're probably very similar to this person as well, as in, I kind of get the feeling with the lovers in your reading that this person and you have maybe had very similar upbringing. Maybe you didn't think that existed, but, I feel like it does. Definitely a good person if you want love. And it could be an air sign, but I don't think so. I think that's, it could be, but I feel it's more talking about a person who's just very disciplined, who has very good discernment, who makes very good decisions. Like, these are all things that are going to stand out to you if it's love. You have the Ten of Wands here, taking on too many burdens. Again, it's kind of funny because normally this last row I do is messages from your future self. And it's almost as if I feel like your future self is saying, don't F up. Like, as in, don't take on too much work that another person should be doing. So especially those of you with businesses, and it's 5-5. I have this little thing that tells me what my video rate is. It was 555 when I just said that as well. So I feel like you need to stick up for yourself. I feel like you need to make sure that you don't allow someone to take over your business or, something like that. I don't know. Someone needs to hear that. And finally, you have the Five of Cups. I feel like you need to get over this disappointment, especially if it's like a past love disappointment. Sorry, I'm choking. There's something much, much better coming in for you, and I feel it's something much more secure as well. It's like you're really focusing, some of you could be really focusing on something that you lost your taste for in the first place. So, I would pay attention to that, but let's clarify. With the King of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords. There you go. I don't really like the King and Queen of Swords as far as divine counterparts are concerned in a reading. I actually don't feel too bad about this if there's love coming in, but I do feel that maybe there needs to be a little bit more open energy. It's like someone's maybe is being too defensive. So if you're looking for new love, I would open up and make sure that you're treating the new person like a new person. I always get a ton of comments from people that are like, I'm gonna basically punish the next new person that I meet. I'm like, great, you're punishing a new person for a past person's mistakes. You're basically creating the energy of a bad person before it happens. So congratulations, that's gonna work out really well for you, right? So that's why I always say, be open, treat them as a new person. Then they will be a new person, plain and simple. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Six of Swords. I do feel like you're releasing a lot of burdens here, and this is something that you've learned to do. It's kind of interesting because I feel like you've learned that you can't do everything, which is fine. We shouldn't be good at everything, and I know that's a shock, Pisces, for you, but, I feel like you've learned to, release some burdens and allow other people to take on certain responsibilities. With the Five of Cups, you have the Fool. I feel like if this is your reading right here, Pisces, I feel like this is the energy that you need to embrace, the energy of the Fool. Just being excited, being joyful, being ready for a new beginning, being ready to get out into the world. You literally start the world. It's like you've ended a very difficult cycle and you're about to step into this beautiful new beginning. I really feel that as we move through next year, it's just going to be amazing. But this month looks pretty good too. But I feel you're kind of like wrapping things up in little things. Like I said, pay attention to those little drips that are happening because they're like drips of excitement or drips of abundance, something like that. So I'm going to pull 5 main themes now, and we're going to see what your 5 main themes for this month are going to be. You have this woman card. Anytime I get these woman card or man cards or whatever, you have 2. I always pull an extra card, and you have this card that says bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Definitely new love coming in for you. For those of you that want new love, I feel like there are compliments. You know what's really interesting is I feel like you're just getting a lot of compliments in general. You have a lot of hard work cards here, so you could be getting, recognition for hard work that you've done, or you could be getting some kind words for the work you've done. So love it. You also have this stork card. It says news of a birth or a new business opportunity. I'm pretty sure I said be careful of getting pregnant in your last reading because you had like the Empress 3 times and you had all these birth cards in the last one. But if you're already pregnant, congratulations. For others, definitely birthing something new. I mean, literally, I personally consider the world to be a birth card. It's like she's being born through a portal. So I feel for a lot of you, you're kind of like being reborn here. You have this older man card. Definitely could be dealing with an older or mature person. And again, I don't attach gender to my readings, so it could be any gender. You have this handshake card. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Definitely an important meeting coming in for you. Remember what I was saying about negotiation as well. It's like, I think this is good. I don't think anyone's trying to get one over on you or something like that. It's not like they're doing this to be bad or anything. If you're signing a contract or whatever, I would just make sure you maintain your power in the contract. I would make sure whatever this is, I don't know who I'm talking to here, but someone needs to hear it. So I would make sure to do that. For others, I just feel it's a really good social month for you, so love it. Next, you have this Valley card. It says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Definitely, I feel you've gone through it. I think you've gone through it this year, Pisces. Really, it's like 2022 maybe was or 2021, was maybe a better year, but, in 2022, a little bit of a dip, but it's like you're coming out of this valley. You also have this wishbone card. It says a wish being granted, so definitely some sort of wish coming in for you. I'm also going to pull 3 of these random oracle cards, and I'm going to turn them into a personalish reading here, Pisces, because why not? So let's see. You have this card that says spend more time on your spiritual growth. We talked about this with the High Priestess, so definitely something that I would pay attention to. You have this card that says don't forget to fulfill your needs while helping others. I'm pretty sure we said something about that too, about I was talking about how you overgive in situations, so definitely a month for you to kind of fulfill yourself. You have this take chances. You'll realize how perfect something will turn out. We were talking about being a little bit guarded with the King and Queen of Swords. So don't be afraid to take a risk or take a chance here. In these financial cards, you have this real estate card. It says any dealings in real estate will be profitable at this time. I think I said something about moving as well, which is very interesting. It also says build a solid foundation prior to building several stories above it. That almost doesn't look right, but, it does say above it. So I feel like you need to focus on the foundations. I'm pretty sure in one of your last readings, you had the beaver card, the last one I did. So foundation. You have this juggling card. It says prepare to be busy, juggling many roles and projects. I mean, this doesn't surprise me at all. I feel like you're next until 2033. Basically, I feel like you are going to be extremely busy, doing a lot, getting a lot of attention, wearing many hats. I would just focus on what you're good at. I think that's going to be the best thing for you. You have this justice card. It says justice card as well. It says make sure to be honest and ethical in money matters. So make sure to be honest and ethical. It says something in your life needs to be brought into alignment in your life. But it's kind of interesting because I'm also getting that, like, if someone did you dirty financially, I feel like then you could be seeing them get their justice as well here, Pisces. So really interesting reading. I like where this is going. For sure. I'll be back for a mid-month update as well. But thank you for being here, Pisces. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.